Hi there, I'm Erik from MeasureColor and welcome to LabelExpo 2019 in Brussels. This is the perfect place to tell you a little bit more about how to achieve color consistency throughout the entire workflow. In this video we would like to show you how to communicate and measure color using the MeasureColor system in combination with some of our integration partners that are also here on the show. So for the brand owner it is important that the color is always the same and is always delivered on time. I take an example with your car. If you have a dent on your car and your car repair shop needs to spray paint it to get rid of the scratch or the dent, and the color of that paint is slightly different, you wouldn't accept it. You would say, no, I need the same color, always. So for the brand owner, it is important that you print always the same color, anytime, anywhere in the world. First of all, the software has to be really simple. Our users, the press operators, are typically no color scientists, so they have to use it on a daily basis. So ease of use is rule number one. The second rule is that we would like our users to make the choice of the instruments they want to use themselves. So we won't force the users to buy a specific instrument. MeasureColor will integrate with most industry standard devices that are out there already. It would be very nice if your color measurement software integrates with existing systems like pre-press systems or even inline systems on press. And of course you want to report the color data back to your customer, the brand owner, in the end. And MeasureColor is doing that all from one system. So one of the things we have been working on very hard last year is to make sure that we can improve the color communication between the brand, the pre-media and the printer. So therefore we have started to work with GMG on an integration with their open color system to make sure that the color data, the targets from pre-media, are being sent directly into MeasureColor.
In the printing industry, all color relevant data is inside the proof. So the proof is the color contract between the print buyer and the pre-media. So we enhance now our solution by delivering not only the proof to the press, so we also have now the proof, the target data, to have a perfect match on the press from proof to the real print. And this one we want to announce together with Colorware.
Everybody already knows that MeasureColor integrates very well with industry's default handheld instruments manufactured by X-Rite, by Techcon or Datacolor. But when you're working in the label or white web Flexo industry, there is not really like an option to measure during print production. And for that you actually need to measure in line while the press is running. And one of the most critical implementations that we have done in the past years is started to collaborate with BST Ultramat, so that we have a true integration with their IPQ Spectral systems.
Usually, if you're using handheld devices, you're only able to measure at the beginning of a roll and at the end of a roll. So you basically don't know what happens in between. There our IPQ Spectral comes in and helps to fill this gap. So basically you're doing continuously measurements during the whole roll and sending it back to MeasureColor.
So in this video we have shown you how you could use MeasureColor in combination with some of our integration partners to achieve perfect color throughout the entire workflow. We started with GMG using OpenColor and Color Proof to get the design onto a proper contract proof for the customer. Because we also need those same targets on press, we exported the color data with our integration directly into MeasureColor. So now we know that the press operator in MeasureColor is using the exact same targets as what were used during pre-press stadium. MeasureColor then also pushes that data into BST IPQ Spectral inline measurement system. So now this way we ensure that the press operator is also using the same targets as were defined in the pre-press stage. Using MeasureColor, the press operator now sees that the color is okay and consistent, and he can print the entire job completely without any flaws. In the end, if you want to, you can take MeasureColor's measured data, send it back to GMG's OpenColor again for profile analysis, fine-tuning and even further color proofing. Because MeasureColor saves all the data centrally in a network, it is very easy to review that data later on using our separate product MeasureColor reports. In MeasureColor reports, all the production data is stored, so I can easily search it and retrieve it to open up, for instance, a job report. So if I know that a job was printed with a number that consists with 778, I can search those jobs, and here I find 6 jobs, and I know that the 9505 is the one that I need. I click on it, and in MeasureColor reports I can simply draw the job report to show how the job was printed during production. I don't need to interfere with print production, I don't need to go down to the press to review those reports. All the data is available from start to finish of that job.